October 6, 2021, President Biden announced a sweeping executive action to expand public service loan forgiveness. This is the biggest expansion really in the history of the public service loan forgiveness program. So who could benefit from this public service loan forgiveness expansion? How does it work? So I wanted to say that it depends on what kind of loans that you have. So if you have FFEL loans, these are loans from 2010 and before, you're going to need to consolidate these student loans at studentaid.gov. You'll also need to file this thing called the Employment Certification Form. This is called an ECF form, and this can be done at studentaid.gov/PSLF. So you need to do these two things. The news that came out today is previously this kind of loan was not eligible for loan forgiveness. Because of Biden's executive action, which expires October 31st of 2022, you need to do both of these actions by that date to qualify. Now, if you had these FFEL loans from the past and you haven't paid them off yet, and you consolidate them, you can get any year's worth of credit that you worked at a full-time at a not-for-profit or government employer. So let's say, for example, that you have these loans from before 2010 that you've made payments on random different kinds of repayment programs. Not all of them were income-based repayment. You could consolidate those into a direct consolidation loan, and then you could have those loans, after you certify your employment credit, forgiven tax-free within the next couple to few months automatically if you do those two steps. Now, if you are a person that has direct loans, which is going to be people that had direct loans before 2010, but everyone had direct loans after 2010. If you have those kind of loans, all repayment plan types will now count. So you can get credit for any kind of repayment plan program at all, income-based or not income-based. You only had to be working at a full-time at a not-for-profit or government employer to benefit from this. So you need to also submit the employment certification form and make sure that you certify any credit that you might have, from employment years previously that you might not have thought to include because you weren't making income-driven repayments during that time. So the long and the short of it is two steps. If you have FFEL loans, consolidate and file your ECF form with all the employment credit that you had while you had FFEL loans and you were making payments of any kind. And then one step, if you have direct loans, file the employment certification form and make sure you're including all of the years of credit that you worked for a non-for-profit or government employer full-time. So massive benefit. I expect this is going to result in tens of billions in forgiveness for people who qualify, for public servants who qualify. Unfortunately, if you have private student loans or you've already paid off your student loans, this is not something that's going to benefit you. This also doesn't have to result in full forgiveness of your loans. You could simply get years worth of credit added to your 120 months of credit that you need to qualify for public service loan forgiveness. And you can also qualify for this if you were in active duty deployment and a deferment or forbearance, if you were in the military, and you can qualify for this benefit even if you are no longer employed at a not-for-profit or government employer, as long as you have 10 years worth of payment credit. So this is truly one of the most transformational things to ever happen to student loans. I am shocked. If you need any help with this, go to studentloanplanner.com/help. You can get a professional plan from one of our consultants who all have actual credentials. There's going to be a lot of student debt relief companies out there that are going to be touting, Biden's student loan forgiveness and things like that. You don't have to hire anybody to benefit from this. That's why I made this video, to tell you exactly how to do it if you want to do it on your own. But if you do feel like you want a little bit of extra help making sure you're doing the right things and that you're benefiting the right way and that you understand the full implications of this executive order, book a plan, studentloanplanner.com/help. So I'll probably also post in the comments below this video our PSLF help tool at some point to help you count all the certifying credit that you might have towards public service loan forgiveness that you might not be aware of. So massive day for student loan news. Thank y'all for watching.